Democracy Lobby Day. We're so excited to have you all here. My name's Linda Brewster. I'm on the board of Fix Democracy First, and as you may or may not know, we are gathered today on the occupied territory of the Cowlitz, Nisqually, and the Puget Sound Salish. People who stewarded this land for generations. Let's take a few moments at the beginning of our day to pay our respects to our elders, both past and present. Thank you. It is really a great pleasure to be here today on the 10th anniversary of Citizens United. Doing what we can, right? With our ally, the League of Women Voters. I would guess that everybody here knows of the good work of the League, but in case there are some who are less familiar with the work of Fix Democracy First, let me introduce us. Lunell is unable right now. She's doing our good work at 9 o'clock. She has a ledge meeting. So you're stuck with me for just a few minutes. So our mission at Fix Democracy First is to achieve fair elections and governmental policies that reflect the will of the people and not the power of money. We're a nonprofit. We're a nonprofit in Washington State. We were originally named Washington Public Campaigns, and the Washington Public Campaigns was known for its work on public funding of elections, and we run initiatives and projects in support of things like public financing of campaigns, fair elections, voters' rights, overturning Citizens United, alternative voting systems, and voter registration and education, among other efforts. Together, we have some really good news. Together with a national organization, Free Speech for People, Fix Democracy First recently stewarded a groundbreaking bill. It's called the Clean Campaigns Act, to passage by the Seattle City Council. The bill will keep foreign-influenced corporations from spending money in Seattle City elections. Can you think of any never mind. Next up, we are also championing limits of $5,000 in corporate contributions to super PACs in Seattle City elections. So there is some information about the Clean Campaigns Act on the table with other Fix Democracy First information. Check it out. Not much, there isn't a lot there. Or you can ask me or my colleague Ken Damond about it. We work closely with allies, partners, and volunteers toward our common goal of making sure that democracy really rocks. We particularly appreciate our ally, the League of Women Voters, and the opportunity to join together with all of you today for Democracy Lobby Day. So next up, I'm going to introduce our executive director, Cindy Black, Fix Democracy First.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I just want to let you know this is our third Democracy Lobby Day, and it is our biggest turnout ever. When we first did this 3 years ago, about 3.5 years ago, Kathy and I were talking about we should have a Democracy Lobby Day. And I said, well, how many people do you think we could get there? And she says, oh, maybe 20. And I said, we should shoot for 100. And so that first year, we got about 120 people signed up. Last year, we broke that, and this year, we broke that. We're reached capacity. In fact, this is the maximum we can hold in this room, so I'm not sure what we can do next year. But I just want to thank you all for coming. I also want to thank all the men in the room. Oftentimes at league events, we see a lot of women and very few men, but I just want to acknowledge there's a lot of men in the room that are working on this. So thank you. And I've seen some younger faces in the audience too, which is a really good thing. So yay, young people, yes. And as Linda mentioned, I'm the executive director of Fixed Democracy First. She told you a little bit about what we do. We partner with the League of Women Voters because our mission is the same, and we believe that we're more powerful in coalition. We are more powerful when we can come together and work together, and that's why we're doing this. So I want to thank you all again for being here. So a couple of logistical things that I want to mention for the day. We'll be going over the agenda. In fact, let's go ahead. I got to move these. So I just want to go over the agenda real quick. We're having welcome and opening comments now. Kathy and I are going to go over the orientation and the packet here in a little bit. We're going to have some bill review with a variety of different speakers. We did the schedule a little bit differently today this time because we're going to have the speakers speaking directly to bills that they might be supporting. We also have the Secretary of State, Kim Wyman, joining us today, Tara Simmons from Civil Survival. We have training from the League of Women Voters Lobbyists. We have a rally. We were thinking about doing a rally and a photo at the sundial, but we're not sure about the weather. We may just gather inside in the steps. We'll figure that out. There are legislative meetings throughout the day. That's why it says 9 to 3, so people will be coming and going throughout the day, and that's expected. We apologize if you're not going to be able to, you're going to miss something, but unfortunately, we have to take the meetings when we can get them. And then we'll have an afternoon session where we'll have a working lunch where we'll be working within your districts, doing some debrief, talking about the legislative meetings you've already attended. We do have an afternoon speaker from the Latino Community Fund. We'll wrap up, and then we have an afternoon hearing that we're inviting everybody to go to that Kathy is going to talk about in more detail later. All right, so Democracy Rocks. Obviously, we updated it this year. These are the new ones, Democracy Rocks 2020. They're all on the back table. We ask that you grab 3 per district or however meetings you have for 1 for each person that you meet with, an elected official. If there's anything left over, you're welcome to take them home because I don't want to lug the rocks home with me. So feel free to grab any extras after the meetings are all over with. And we didn't hear from Lynelle because she's at a meeting, but we'll hear from her a little bit later. We heard from Linda already. And now I'm going to turn it over to Kathy, and we're going to start working on the packet. Thank you.